Hello and welcome to FDN News. I'm Kaylee Hendrickson. Our top story this week, as campaign season heats up, leaders across the country are encouraging more Christians to vote. Billy Graham's son and American evangelicist Franklin Graham is traveling across the country encouraging more Christians to get out and vote this year. Making a stop in Indianapolis yesterday, FDN traveled to Indy for the Decision Tour of 2016 with Franklin Graham. Before Graham spoke, the crowd danced and sang along Christian hymns and worship. Graham came out and preached on Nehemiah's teaching. He had 8,400 people join hands to pray for our country, police officers, and the citizens of our nation. Graham emphasized multiple times the importance of voting as a Christian. He made sure not to endorse either Trump or Clinton, but rather spoke on the Christian aspects of the election. People from all backgrounds came to the event and shared their opinions on Graham's speaking points.
Be proactive, pray, vote, get engaged, and obviously that's a message that's resonating well with people.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Stand up and be bold. Be bold.
Franklin Graham, he was a great speaker. He was a great prayer leader. It was very inspirational, I thought.
Indiana was the 46th stop on the Decision America tour, speaking earlier today in Columbus, Ohio. A gender and sexuality expert traveled to College Park Church in Huntington this past week to encourage more conversation on sexual identity. Dr. Mark Yarhouse spoke on the different phases of sexual identity. This includes awareness, attributes, disclosure, behavior, private label, public label, and relationships. He also discussed the differences in words one may use to describe someone who identifies as something other than heterosexual. Yarhouse emphasized how dangerous using slang terms to describe someone may be. He referred to transgender young Jazz Jennings and her personal journey through the sexual identity. Yarhouse encourages those with more questions to discuss with close groups of people they trust and emphasize more prayer on the issue. University leaders have included about a dozen HU students into Alpha Chi. Alpha Chi is a national honor scholarship society on campus. It is called the highest academic honor at Huntington University. Professors nominated and induced students at the ceremony. The chapter president had a word of encouragement for the underclassmen.
You actually are selected to be an Alpha Chi, and in order to be an Alpha Chi, you have to be top 10% of the junior senior class by GPA, as well as nominated by your professors. I would encourage freshmen and sophomores to really work hard in their classes in order to try and improve their GPA and hopefully one day be a part of Alpha Chi.
The group pledged to continue diligence in scholarship and service. The moody weather this week did not keep our Foresters off the field. Bray, what can you tell us about our Foresters this week?
Well, our Foresters were busy this week, Kaylee, especially our soccer teams. Did we have a referee get hit in the head? Did we have a last-second defensive scramble at the end of an extra time thriller? You'll have to find out. Come back right after the break and I'll have it for you.
Financing your education can seem like an intimidating task at first. The average college graduate in 2014 had $28,950 in student loan debt. Sounds like a lot, but what about the earnings? Graduates with a bachelor's degree earn 68% more than those with just a high school diploma. Additionally, an individual with a bachelor's degree will earn approximately $2.42 million between the ages of 25 and 64. Something else to consider, the employment rate is nearly double for those with only a high school diploma compared to those with a bachelor's degree. No one should take student loans out if they don't have to, but if it's necessary to help you get the degree that you need, it is always a good investment.
Both of our Forester soccer teams were looking to notch some quality home wins this past week, starting with our Lady Foresters last Saturday on the first day of October. Going up against our nationally ranked rivals Indiana Wesleyan, a strong defensive showing sent the Lady Foresters into extra time in a scoreless game. The Lady Wildcats launched a last-second attack on the goal that the Barristers were barely able to defend, capping off a rainy Saturday at Kings Stadium. The weather changed for the better yesterday as Spring Arbor came to Huntington for the Foresters' fourth conference game of the year. Spring Arbor dominated possession for most of the game, along with repeated gaps in the defenders' back line, allowing a lot of easy through balls. And across in the 62nd minute off the head of Stephen Brown, Lewis Jones a free strike on the ball about 2 yards out. He netted the ball, and a free kick from the same spot about 2 minutes later came, giving Janum Saylor the Cougars the 2-0 lead on the day. Defender Travis Hurtis stepped up to take a late kick in the game as the Foresters struggled to get any attacks going, and the defender Alex Sokolsky cleared the ball directly into the referee's head. Ouch. He stayed down for about a minute, but later got up off his own power after the trainers came over. Finished the game out like a trooper, even though the Foresters weren't able to get on the board, giving their second conference loss in a row. Last week, we had the men's and women's cross-country team at the Greater Louisville Invitational. The men's finished 35th out of 43 teams, and the women's finished 23rd out of 39 teams. The men's and women's bowling team had their first tournament so far at the Midwest Bowling Championships, where the men's finished 25th out of 42 teams, and the women's finished 19th out of 30 teams. Congrats to them. And the men's tennis team beat Spring Arbor University in their semifinals, actually their quarterfinals, winning 7-2 the league. Coming up this week, we have the men's and women's cross-country team tomorrow, Friday night at Mishawaka, starting at 5 p.m. Women's team will be at the Swan Lake Resort in Plymouth Friday and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. and 10:30 on the Saturday. The men's soccer team will try to redeem themselves for their fifth conference matchup against Mount Vernon Nazarene, and that will be Saturday at 7 o'clock. And the bowling team will be traveling to Indianapolis this week, Saturday and Sunday, the 8th and 9th, at the Western Bowl in downtown Indy.
With homecoming right around the corner, students may need to carry a light jacket when they head into this weekend's weather activities.
During the Friday parade, you can expect 79-degree highs and a 49-degree low later that night. Saturday and Sunday, students can enjoy a cool but nice 64 and 67-degree highs.
Well, that's all we have for you in this installment of FDN News.
Remember, you can always check us out at foresterdigital.net and follow us on Twitter at FDN_news.
As we leave you tonight, we leave you with one final message from Franklin Graham.
And you say, but Franklin, we don't like Hillary either. All right, but listen to me. And I have Christians tell me, we are not going to vote. Shame on you if you don't vote. Shame on you if you don't. You say, but Franklin, we don't like Trump and we don't like Hillary. Okay, that's fine. But you just pray about it. Which one you think God would have you to vote for. You pray about it. Just talk to God about it. Don't talk to me, talk to God.